Hello guys, this is Namshar again. Welcome to my second video in my series How to Get the Master. And today, once again, I have Ecto with me to do the commentary.
Hey, what's up?
And today, we're gonna watch a game where I face another Zerg, a CVC, which is a really, how to call it, complex matchup. It's a lot of coin flip, as you might say.
It's a really fast matchup.
Yeah, usually people tend to do a lot of early aggression with Lings and Banelings, and the Baneling war is really a key
What
part
matters,
in CVC overall. It's like
Well, what I've seen lately is more Zerg, Zerg versus Zerg games tend to be more macro games instead of all-in-ish one base games.
Yeah,
So
well,
the
it
meta
depends
game
a
has
lot.
been changed.
Yeah, the game has developed into something new, definitely. Like a lot of Zergs tend to go for a more defensive play, which is what I prefer very much. As you will see in this game, it's Tal'Darim. I don't do hatch first. A lot of Zergs do, which is the reason, I guess, why this Zergs decides to do a one base Baneling all in pretty much.
Yeah, I think he just coin flipped on hatch first and.
Yeah, indeed. Like you could always do like a temple if you think it's a hatch first, but Baneling all in is like even if I do like a 14 pool, it can still work. So he tries to go for it. I do something a bit more risky. Like I don't do 15 hatch, but I do 15 pool, 15 gas, which is kind of risky because I get my speed a lot later. I can't really scout what he's doing. I drone up a bit more than I could have. I get my scouting links a lot later, but I get the economic
advantage, and that's where you're going to try to win the game with.
Yeah, which is my goal with this game. Really, I do pry out drones a bit more this whole game. I do some kind of 17 hatch. Like I drone up a bit. I get my queen, and my gas is a bit later, so I won't need the minerals for my gas. So I take the hatch around 17, and I keep my 3 workers on the gas the whole time because I am afraid of the Baneling bust. So I want my 50 gas after the speed as soon as possible, so I can get my Baneling bust as well defensively. So I go for an economic game, even though I don't do hatch first.
Yeah, exactly. So that means you're basically always the defender. Because you're tending to go for a macro game. So if your opponent tends to go for more of the offensive side, which I think you're already aware of. Yeah. Oh wait.
Yeah, I see. I haven't seen if he's expanded or not, which is a really big disadvantage for me. He's got way more links covering the whole field. My Overlord spread is not really good either. I have Overlord which scouted the right side of the map, which is moving to the middle just now, which is pretty late. So I don't really have any idea of what he's doing. So I droned up to like 17 after making my Baneliness and hatch, and I'm now getting links defensively in case he does some kind of aggression.
Yeah. Well, you are aware that he doesn't have a hatch yet, and you saw probably that he was still mining gas and that his spawning pool was wiggling. So that can already assume that he's going for some sort of Baneling attack.
Yeah, and for all I know, he could be droning up right now and expanding, but he's not, which I will see right now. I couldn't make Banelings already, but I didn't. I have the gas for it, which is my first mistake this game. The Banelings are now going straight for my main base's mineral line, and this is the key to the whole game. I have to do my drone split as soon as possible. I can't have him take out more than 2 which each Baneling hit, and I end up losing, I think, 4 drones at the most out of 6 Banelings, which is a really good trade for me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm now on 2 base. I have my Spine Crawler, which I haven't had time to move yet. He sends Lings in, takes out my Queen, which is not really a big issue right now because I have the lot of income I need because I got a Queen on my natural as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So at the moment I'm just pumping out Lings, trying to get rid of all the units that are in my base right now. 2 more Lings go past, but at the moment there's only 1 left, so I sacrifice some links because I don't want him hitting any of my workers.
Yeah. Oh, you sacrifice 4 links. Well, actually, one Baneling cannot kill workers because it requires like 2 Banelings to kill a worker.
Yeah, which is really true, and sometimes I will go for the decision of letting him hit them, but also later in the game, he can sneak past links, get one Baneling explosion alone, and they're a lot more vulnerable to links alone. Here he goes in with 6 Banelings, and I rally point 2 of my morphing Banelings into them. I press the X button to manually explode them, and I get 6 Banelings for the cost of 2. Unfortunately, it hits my Spinecrawler, which is quite a big loss. It helps a lot, but I get rid of all the Banelings by only losing 2 myself, which is always up.
Don't you think that you should replace that Spinecrawler? Oh, you're already doing it.
I do that now. Yeah.
Mind reading.
Yeah, he's trying to snipe Banelings now with 1 ling at a time, but I'm trying to micro them.
Yeah, but you got your links right besides it, so it's not supposed to be a problem.
The only way to always out micro links trying to snipe your Banelings is to constantly move your Banelings around.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold position and stuff like that doesn't work. They will blow up on their own. You just have to move around all the time and have your links do that job. I got some really good Bing hits now on his links because I had, as we were talking about before, the advantage of being on the defensive. Like he has to do damage, and
you can also take the advantage of he has to go ramp up, so he doesn't have vision. So you can basically place Banelings like on the edge. So if he like runs in with links as he does now, you can blow up those links, and then he's basically already forced to retreat because he doesn't have links to back up his Banelings.
He sneaks past with 2 Banelings now. I tried to split. He gets 3 drones. Not really a perfect trade, but I'm okay with it because at least he didn't get 4. And he's got no more Banelings. I have 2 base.
You got way more links now.
I got way more links. A bit low drone count, but I'm fixing that right now. Let's check the production tab. I have not any yet. I have 4 in production now, so I'm trying to get my drones back. I have a lot of links, and this is where I decide to basically finish him off because I know he's behind. He's on 1 base. I'm on 2.
You have the army advantage. You have the economic advantage.
Economic, unit, and larva income, and 2 base. And you see here he's got 1 Baneling in my above my main base.
Yeah.
Because he sneaked past with 1 ling, and this is what we were talking about before. That I saved him from hitting my worker line with 1 Baneling, and if he got that head up before, he would probably have killed 4 workers with that 1 Baneling. Yeah,
but you don't have like major saturation in your main base, so it's...
No, it would be okay, but still,
if it blows up in your mineral line, basically nothing happens. You just lose some HP on your drone, so it's not that big of a... Well, of course it's a big deal, but not that big.
Yeah, and you can see now I finished the game.
Yeah, you finished the game and that's it.
So it all came down to, you need to drone split. Like the first major Baneling attack is like the most vital one. You need to do your drone split, try to keep 2 workers together at the most, so that he has to do a trade.
So his Banelings are like as ineffective as possible.
Yeah, and you always like drones. It costs 50 minerals, sure, but the cost is always on your side, even if you get 2 workers with 2 Banelings, and you can drone up again quite easily on 2 base. So it's all about getting early queens is always good. You can snipe Banelings, you get lots of lava. The early Spinecrawler is really important as well. You can snipe a lot of Banelings.
You can manually attack with the Spinecrawler. You can target down the Banelings, and then do the dance with the Zerglings in order to put them back and forth, and then let your Spinecrawler do the damage.
And also the micro you have to do where you take 2 Banelings. It's all it takes to kill. Like if there's a group of 6, if you have 2 Banelings and you move them on top of it, and you press the X button to manually explode them, you can get 6 Banelings down or more with the cost of 2, which is really the best thing that can happen in a game like this.
Yeah.
It all comes down to micro, trying to send in links 1 by 1 to snipe Banelings.
Yeah, it's really micro intensive. It really brings out like it could really like tense your hands and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
indeed. It's it's a really hectic game when you face a
Yeah,
Baneling boss, and you just have to keep your Banelings alive, and you have to make as cost efficient trades as possible.
yeah,
And
exactly.
if you defend long enough, you'll have the economic advantage. So like either you can just macro up if he tries to macro, or you just finish him, which I decided to do.
But with that, we're gonna wrap up the game. It was
Yeah,
a very interesting game. I don't see like cross position all-ins that much in
no,
ZVZ. So,
indeed.
well, with that,
Yeah,
we finish the game, and we'll see you again next time.
oh, latest.